Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Harakakadash. All right, and double honors to the old apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. All right, so shalom. Peace unto the elect. All right, beginning with the 144,000 on down, to the rest of the 1/3. All right. And this just a little history, all right? History of the Bible that I'm about to go over, and also, which is going to also explain prophecy at the same time, okay? Because Babylon the Great, America, which is the reborn, all right, or the rebirth of the ancient Roman Empire, okay? All right, so and that's basically going into the history of the Idumeans, all right, the Edomites, okay, you know, uh, which go by Europeans and Caucasians and white people today. This is what they, call themselves. But biblically, all right, they known as Edomites, all right, descendants of Esau, Edom, okay. So, they're currently ruling the world right now, all right, and the Lord is going to bring them down, all right. Babylon the Great, it's that last great city, the last great kingdom that's going to fight against the Lord, all right, okay. And that's going to happen in the middle of World War III, all right, according to Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, okay. So, yes, in the middle of World War III, these nations are going to, they're going to band together to fight extraterrestrials, all right, to so-called fight an alien invasion, which that's not an alien invasion. That's the Lord and the angels invading the earth and taking the earth over to conquer, okay, all right. And today I'm gonna do that lesson. I know I've been saying I was gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it today, okay. And just showing the paintings of the UFOs in these biblical paintings, okay. And so this truth is about faith, okay. Because let me get that precept real quick, all right. Because carnal-minded people, they want to see like just hardcore proof, and it's like it takes faith to believe all this, okay. Yes, you have history that backs up the Bible, all right, and sometimes the so-called white man science backs up the Bible, all right, and everything in the Bible is true and actually happened, all right, and will happen, okay. But it takes faith to believe in all of this, to believe in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, to believe that those so-called UAPs, UFOs are the angels. It takes faith to believe all this, all right? And we have the scriptures to back up our faith. All right, we're witnesses, all right, of this truth, all right? So this Hebrews 11:1, all right? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? Okay? And that faith is a gift, all right? Because everything is predestinated, right? Those that are going to be saved are already predestinated to be saved, and those that are not going to make it are already predestinated to not make it, all right? Everything is already predestinated, okay? World War III is already predestinated to happen, all right? According to the Bible, all right? The Battle of Armageddon, all right? So everything is already set in place, you know, to happen. All right, 2/3 are gonna remain 2/3. All right, that's why the scriptures say, and I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back on to the history. All right. So this here you go. This is what I want. Look, this is proof in the pudding. So second Ezra 7:45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. Right? Because everything is predestinated to happen. All right, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah is in control, and we understand that. That's why we fear Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. All right, and in these last days, all right, seconds in time, we call upon the Lord so He can save us. All right, only the faithful is going to do that. All right, only the hopeful elect is going to do that. You know, the rest of the world don't give a damn. They live in their life, you know, hoopla, and you know they're not worrying about what the book of life say, what the Bible say. All right, they don't care about the Lord. Only the that remnant. All right, and Lord willing them of the elect number. Only that remnant is going to call upon the Lord in this final hour. All right, so the proof is in the pudding. Okay, if the shoe fit, wear it. All right, so let's get back to. I want to start off in Daniel, the 2nd chapter. All right. But first, let me go to this image. All right. Because we're living in time of prophecy, okay? And hopefully load up. Okay, there we go. All right. So I want you to look where it says 476 AD, feet and iron and clay divided kingdom. We are here. All right, and that's correct. Okay, so we're at the feet, the toes. Okay, so these the powers that be. All right, the empires that be. All right, these are the literally. All right, these are the last kingdoms. All right, and the top one is Babylon the Great America, the USA. All right, these are the top kingdoms of the earth. All right, that the Lord is going to come take down. All right, so the current power structure, the Lord is going to come back to the earth and wage war with the powers that be. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down." All right, you know, so you know the NATO and the EU. All right, they all going to be overthrown in World War III. All right. You know, and that's why, because I seen, and people are just scoffers. All right, I seen a post, and I want to say it was a Edomite, so-called white man that made the post. All right, but it's not about skin color. All right, it's not about skin color, because you have Israelites that look like so-called white men or whatever like that. All right, so it's all about the spirit. Okay, but the guy made a post saying this is the slowest alien invasion. it was kind of funny, but at the same time it wasn't, because you know he basically insulting, you know, the Lord and the angels. All right, but he was saying this is the slowest alien invasion, and he said some more shit, but it was the what's the word, derogatory. All right, it's like if I said that wrong. All right. You know, and that's just, which I believe that was an Edomite. Okay, I believe that was an Edomite, so-called white man, because only Esau, he's just a degenerate. All right, and they always just downplay everything. All right. All right, but according to the scripture, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. All right, the Lord and the angels, they're gonna jump into action. All right, they're gonna start attacking. All right, in the midst of World War III. All right. Okay, in the middle of World War III. All right. Okay, and only only the Lord and only the Lord knows where the middle of World War III technically is. All right. So that's when the Lord is coming back. Okay. All right. So let me read this right quick. It said the head of gold, Babylon, from 612 BC to 539 BC. All right. Breasts and arms of silver, Medo Persia, 539 BC to 331 BC. All right. Thighs of brass and Greece. Thighs of brass, Greece, from 331 BC to 168 BC. All right. Legs of iron, Rome, from 168 BC to 476 AD. All right. And the 476 AD feet and iron and clay, divided kingdom. All right. We are here. Okay. And that's the difference between the ancient Roman Empire and the reborn ancient Roman Empire, which is Babylon the Great America, okay, and the NATO and the EU. All right. They're scattered. All right. They're scattered. Okay. And they're not all together. Okay, like the ancient Roman Empire. All right. And they're divided. Okay. And that's the will of the Lord. The Lord is dividing these nations. All right. That's why they can't get along and they're going to go to war. Okay. And some are weak. Some nations, they don't have nuclear capabilities. All right. And they're inferior, to the big dogs. All right. Like China, Russia, North Korea. All right. Babylon the Great America. Okay. Great Britain. All right. So you have heavy hitters and you have weak nations that don't have as much weaponry, all right, and nuclear capability. Okay. And I'm trying to remember. I think that was Ukraine. I want to say Ukraine. They just got some technology to where now they can shoot lasers, which is like concentrated fire. All right, heat. So Ukraine, they just got that technology. I don't know who they got it from, but they just attained that. All right, so if they use that on Russia, that's just going to speed up prophecy, and because the army of the Lord is those nuclear missiles, as well in the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right, so that's just going to speed up prophecy. All right, so if they use that, hey, that's going to speed up World War III, and the kingdom of heaven is right after all this. Okay. All right. So Lord willing, I'm of the elect number, and Lord willing, all this prophecy speed up even 10 times more, so we can get the fuck out of here. All right. Excuse me. So I'm gonna read all this before I actually get the scriptures. All right. And Lord willing is edifying. All right. So it says, all right. And let me say this, because I understand they got overzealous, brothers and sisters out there. All right. And understanding what I meant when I laughed at the comment by that Edomite, which I believe it was an Edomite, all right, when he said this is the slowest alien invasion, all right. And he said some more stuff, don't be overzealous, all right. Some things it'll crack you up, it'll make you laugh a little bit, but it's still, it's not that you agreeing with it or whatever, and that guy, all right, which I believe was Edomite, guess what? He's going to be destroyed. All right. So you have scoffers they'll say something that's, you know, uh, amusing or whatever, but at the end of the day, they wrong and they're going to be destroyed. All right. And either in Jacob's trouble when society collapsed, or when those nuclear missiles end the show. So either way, these scoffers are going to meet their demise. All right. So the saints, you know, the elect chosen few, guess what? They're going to have the last laugh. All right. You know. So I say all that just to say, don't be over serious about everything, So let me read this. So this is by AI Overview, all right, and it says the United States and ancient Rome share many similarities, all right, including government, infrastructure, culture, slavery, size, global influence, urban planning. Okay. All right. So that great red dragon, all right, is the ancient Roman Empire, but it's reborn, rebirth, hint, Renaissance came back, and it came back into power during the Renaissance. All right. As Babylon the Great America. All right. And the NATO and the EU. All right. They all form the new revised Roman Empire. All right. So let me read these passages, and then we're gonna get some scriptures and close out. All right. It says government. The U.S. Constitution was influenced by Roman ideas. All right. About the separation of powers and the role of a Senate. Okay. The founding fathers also distrusted concentrated power, all right, and organized the government with a system of checks and balances. Both the U.S. and the Roman legal systems are based on the rule of law, okay? And why is that? These are the same men, all right, the same spirits, same Edomites that ruled the ancient Roman Empire. They back today. All right, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, Donald Trump is Nero. Okay, so yeah, all right. Reincarnation is in the Bible. Reincarnation, regeneration, that's all biblical and in the Bible. All right. Okay. So all right, and it says infrastructure. The Romans built a network of roads, tunnels, bridges, and water systems. And also, one of the reasons that the ancient Roman Empire fell was because of its economy. All right, its economy was crashing. All right, inflation. All right, going up on their taxes. All right, so history is repeating itself. Okay, history is repeating itself. All right, so and that proves that the Lord can overthrow you and destroy you in different ways. All right. Okay. So it says, all right, in water systems, the U.S. has a similar infrastructure, though more advanced and modern. Okay. So it says culture. Both societies absorbed diverse cultures and were open to newcomers. They also held cultural events, built libraries, and provided health care. All right. And Esau, he loves confusion. All right. Esau, he's the devil the Bible speaks of. So he loved confusion, and that's where 2/3 of our people, they get that doest thou wilt spirit. They get that from Esau, the so-called white man. All right, because he pushes that in his society, and his laws, they break their own laws and change them and amend them. Okay, so it's a huge circus. All right, it's a huge circus. Okay, so it says slavery. Both the U.S. and ancient Rome were slave societies with a significant proportion of their populations in bondage. All right. Yep. We was oppressed under the Western, all right, ancient Roman Empire. Okay. And then once the Eastern Roman Empire started up, also known as the Byzantine Empire and the Holy Roman Empire. All right. Once they started up, because those was all niggas. All right, niglets, or so-called black people. All right. And we so-called black people, all right, ruled, okay, Europe, all right, and during the Dark Ages, all right, during the Dark Ages, all right, also known as the Middle Ages, okay, all right, so, and that was 1,000 years, okay, that was 1,000 years, okay, so that was from the 5th century to the 15th century. All right. So that was 1,000 years of you so-called, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ruling and being on top. All right. Which the Northern Kingdom that was over here in America. All right. North, Central, and South America. All right. So it says size. All right. The Roman Empire and its Mediterranean lake could fit inside the lower 48 states of the U.S. All right. Global influence. Both Rome and the U.S. created global structures that were taken for granted by their citizens and the rest of the world. All right. And these are facts you can't deny, like the global influence of Babylon the Great America. All right. The petrodollar. All right. The Federal Reserve being used, as a global currency and for world trade. All right. So that shows who's in power. Okay. And Babylon the Great America has its army, its military everywhere, in everybody's backyard. Okay. They got their military base set up, and then be looking crazy when they get caught in the middle of shit. All right. That's why you got endless wars. All right. And et cetera, et cetera. All right. So urban planning. The U.S. capital, Washington, D.C., was designed by Pierre Charles L. Infant, who was influenced by Roman urban planning. D.C. is located on the Anacostia and Potomac rivers, similar to how Rome sits on the Tiber River. Yep. Because these told you. So this is ancient Roman Empire reborn. All right. That's why they got the same architecture and everything. All right. So Babylon the Great America is ancient Roman Empire reborn. Okay. Same the eagle, et cetera, et cetera. All right. All right. So I think that was it. That's all I'm at. Well, let me see if we got some more. All right, let's see what this say. How is ancient Rome similar to the United States? The United States government has deep-rooted connections to ancient Greece and Rome. And that's also why they worship the same holidays and pagan gods. Okay? From the principles of democracy, separation of powers, and the rule of law to the design of important buildings and symbols, these ancient civilizations have left a lasting impact on how we govern ourselves. All right. We already understand that. All right, let's see what this say. All right, there are some parallels. The middle and working classes getting poorer due to the wealthy consolidating wealth and exporting jobs to foreigners. In the case of Rome, the foreigners were slaves. Political disillusionment is increasing. All right. The currency is inflating at a rapid speed. All right, and we get the point. We get the point. You can do more research on your own, and you're gonna see that the Hebrew Israelites was right. That's what you're gonna see. All right, you're gonna see that the Hebrew Israelites was right. All right, and that's why Esau he gonna come down with great wrath. Okay. Let's see. Do I want this? Yeah, I'm gonna get this. All right. All right. So this Daniel chapter 2. All right, in 28. All right. But there is a power Yahweh in heaven that revealeth secrets and maketh known. Hold on. Let me see. Is it still on there? All right. Because keep this. You can screenshot it or whatever. All right. Because now we're about to go into this history and how it ends. All right. So literally all the way in Daniel, the 2nd chapter. All right. It speaks of the last days. All right, and how this movie ends. All right. So the only kingdom. All right. The only kingdom empire. All right, that's gonna rule forever is the kingdom of the Lord that's gonna be on earth. All right. So call her Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. All right. And guess what? The Lord is gonna put His people back on top. His chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. The Lord is going to put us back on top, all right? And we're going to be able to rule and enjoy life, all right? In Revelation 13 and 10 is going to come into play, all right? So it says, but there is a power in heaven, Yahweh, that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. All right, thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed. What should come to pass hereafter? And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom, all right, that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, all right, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast, all right, and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, all right, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay, all right. So these are all different kingdoms, all right, and kingdoms that ruled, all right, after another. All right. So let's continue. It says, all right. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. All right. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were iron and clay, and break them to pieces. Right. So that stone that was cut out without hands, that's talking about Yahweh Shah. All right. So Yahweh Shah is going to bring down, in these last days, Yahweh Shah is going to bring down these superpowers today. All right. And Yahushua is who the world falsely and ignorantly called Jesus Christ, and that's not his name. All right, neither do the Lord look like that. The Lord is a dark brown skinned man, all right, and that speaks Hebrew, all right. And his name is Yahushua, which means he's the savior, he's the deliverer of Yashala, all right, of Israel, okay. Not for the whole world, okay. All right. So it says, then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. That's right. All right. So yeah, Yahweh Shah is going to establish his government. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, they're going to establish their government on earth. All right. So the Lord's kingdom, the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. All right. And it's only for the Israelites. Okay. It says that all through the Bible. All right. So it's, it's nothing to debate about. All right. It's nothing to debate about. Okay. So it says, this is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. All right. Yeah, I'm going to stop at 40. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to stop at 40. All right. I might read the 44. But it says, bear with me. All right. So it says, verse 38. All right. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, Salak at 37. All right, thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the power of heaven have given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. All right. Verse 38. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven have he given into thine hand, and have made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. Okay. So Daniel, he was breaking down the dream of Nebuchadnezzar's image, all right, of that sculpture. All right. So thou art that head of gold. That's talking about Nebuchadnezzar and Babylon, the ancient Babylonians. Okay. So don't get that confused with when it says the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right. Babylon the Great. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's talking about America. Okay. All right. So it says, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things. Right, which was the Romans, the ancient Roman Empire. And as iron that breaketh all these, all right, shall it break in pieces and bruise. All right, so that's that image. Okay, let me check the time while I'm at it. Okay, and that's the image. Okay. All right, the Babylonians, head of gold. All right, arms of silver, breasts and arms of silver, Medo-Persians. All right, thighs of brass, the Greeks. All right, legs of iron, the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, and feet of iron and clay. All right, which is today. All right, being the EU. All right, the feet of iron and clay, divided kingdom. We are here. Okay. All right, so that's the nations today. All right. which are about to be taken down via World War III, and when the Lord and the angels invade this earth. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna stop at 44. I did have more, but I'm gonna stop at 44 because it's like a part two. All right. I was going over Nebuchadnezzar's image, and also proving that the ancient Roman Empire came back as America. All right. During the Renaissance. All right. So I'm probably gonna do a part two to this. This is Daniel 2. All right, Daniel 2 and 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, parts of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. All right, so the modern ancient Roman Empire is divided. Okay. Okay, they're scattered. Okay, and also they divided on views as well. All right, and that's why they which is all a joke, because they all gonna push the mark of the beast. They are Fadisha. All right. You know, so these elites, they know what they're doing. All right. You know, so the BRICS, they still gonna push that mark of the beast. All right. So it says, all right, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. All right. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. So that's when Yahweh shall conquer this place. All right. 44 is when Yahweh shall conquer this place and delivered his elect. All right. And put us back in positions of rulership and power. All right. And dominion. Okay. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do a part two, Lord willing. Remember to do it. All right. But with that, I want to end it and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Harukakwadash. All right. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. All right, shalom.